Hey travelers, just stopping by to let you know that this episode that you are about to listen to is one of our older ones, and we were going through some growing pains at this time. But if you would like to start from where we consider our newest era of quality, I would go ahead and jump to episode 54, The American Bigfoot. Either way, enjoy travelers. Welcome back to Infinite Rabbit Hole. I'm Jeremy, your host. Today, I am joined by CJ and Andrew, my two beloved co-hosts. And today, we're just going to kind of go through and do another IRH news episode for you guys. We had another topic scheduled for today with a really awesome guest, but unfortunately, sometimes things just don't go according to plan. So we had to fall back onto a backup plan, and that is to bring you some more strange news, which seems to be a pretty hot topic and that you guys really like it. So, I think this one's going to be pretty good too. I found some pretty interesting stuff. But before we do that, let's go ahead and scratch the surface.
Thanks, Jeremy. Since the launch since September 2020, Infinite Rabbit Hole podcast has been attracting listeners for our weekly show about curiosities, including Project Bluebeam. That one. Yep. Time travel. To Bigfoot or not to Bigfoot. UFOs. The DOA UFO release. Simpsons. Was he a time traveler? And many, many more. We do like to keep this show up and running, but we do need your help. So support us by going to the Patreon, and by supporting us through Patreon allows us to grow, bring you guys more content, and get some more bonus features like the bottom of the hole, behind the scenes, and early access. And hopefully with the more that we get, the more that we can offer you.
If you have any more questions regarding our Patreon or anything else like that, or you just have general questions, or you want to reach out and say hi, you can reach us on Infinite Rabbit Hole. That's on Instagram, Infinite RH Pod on Twitter, and then just search Infinite Rabbit Hole on Facebook. You come up with our Facebook group. Also, feel free to visit our webpage. Please feel free to visit our Anchor page and queue your episodes from there, or leave us a rating and review on things such as iTunes. That always helps us out there too. We'd be ever grateful to you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Either of you guys want to start?
I know you got an itch behind your bag, and it starts with Bigfoot. I know you do.
It does. It does. Oh, I just want to put out before we get started into the episode today that unfortunately, because we did not have this episode planned, we are not going to be doing a bottom of the hole. So for all those patrons that we don't have yet. Okay, I'll start off with some Bigfoot news. This is a segment that I want to do. This is something I'm passionate about, so I wanted to push it on to you guys and force you guys to listen to some Bigfoot stuff every time we do an Infinite Rabbit Hole news segment. And I'm very proud to bring it to you guys because I am a fan. But anyways, all right, jumping into Bigfoot news. On the last weekend of May, at least one gunshot was fired at Mammoth Cave National Park in Kentucky. Rangers responded to a backcountry campsite at approximately 2 a.m. The story reported to officials by Brad Ginn detailed that night. According to Ginn, he and his girlfriend were awakened at approximately 1 a.m. by flashlights being shined into his tent by a man and his young son, who said they were the victims of an attack on their campsite by an unknown assailant. Shortly after the man and his son left, they heard a gunshot coming from the woods, and the man came running back to their campsite, claiming that he just shot a Bigfoot. A spokesperson for the national park claims that the case is still under investigation and there's no further information at the time. We'll keep our eye out and keep you guys updated on that one.
We're out here clapping Bigfoot now.
Yeah, clapping away, man.
I mean, as I always said, big feet, big cheeks.
Oh, man.
In further news, a new museum dedicated to the scientific look at the Bigfoot phenomenon is now opening in Sutton, West Virginia. The state held its first ever Bigfoot festival on June 26th that includes arts, crafts, food, and music inspired by the king of cryptozoology.
It actually sounds super dope.
It does, and it's only in West Virginia, so maybe we'll have to plan an Infinite Rabbit Hole trip out there next year. What do you think, guys?
We'll sing John Denver the whole way down.
The whole way.
West Virginia?
Yeah.
Isn't that in Maryland, though, that song?
No.
No. Country Roads?
Yeah.
No, Country Roads is
Country Roads, Take Me Home to the Place I Belong, West Virginia, Mountain
Yeah.
Mama, Take Me
Yeah,
Home,
but like the
Country Roads.
Blue Ridge Mountains, isn't that in Maryland?
It's Virginia, West Virginia. A little, I want to say they even go down to like North Carolina. They might touch Maryland as well. Maryland's only got that little finger that sticks out.
Yeah. Well, I also have a little finger.
You've got 3 of them.
Yeah. And I choose myself to be chosen in the Bigfoot Hunger Games.
In further news, it is believed that the Aboriginal legend known as the Yowie, aka the Australian Bigfoot, has been captured by thermal images. The images were taken by Dean Harrison of the Yowie Research Group at Springbrook National Park on the Gold Coast. According to Harrison and assistant researcher Buck Buckingham, the images clearly show 2 distinct 8-foot-tall Yowies appearing to be trying to disguise themselves behind a set of trees. Following up on the story we presented in our last news episode about Bigfoot hunting season in Oklahoma, a lawmaker in Oklahoma has invited the world to take part in the search for the elusive creature by offering a $3 million bounty. House Representative J.J. Humphrey stresses that Bigfoot has to remain unharmed in order to collect the bounty.
Oh.
In response to all of the Bigfoot-related news, Oklahoma has become a hotspot for Bigfoot research since our last update, even attracting an unnamed television show to start filming in the state later this year.
I guess you can't send RoboCop then.
Nope. Unharmed. And last for our Bigfoot news, my favorite author of cryptid fiction, Hunter Shea, has released his new book titled Bigfoot in the Bronx. Best friends Vito and Shea are hunting in the Catskills of New York for their share of deer for the season. Soon after the beginning of their hunt, the pair comes across a tranquilized Bigfoot. The friends know that this means instant fame and fortune for them and their families, so they pack up the creature in the bed of their truck and drive back home into the Bronx. The creature awakens in a strange place, which turns out to be the shed in Shea's backyard. Confused, terrified, and angry, it begins rampaging through the most densely populated city on the east coast of the U.S. This book kind of sounds like Harry and the Hendersons, but maybe a little bit more brutal.
A little darker.
I'm very interested. I have this book ordered. It'll be here. Actually, it should be here today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I love Hunter Shea. If anybody listening wants to get into some really good cryptid fiction, Hunter Shea does some really, really good books. And they're brutal. I'll give you guys one little teaser. He does a book called The Swamp Monster Massacre. And in it, this family of swamp apes throws an alligator at this group of tourists. And these people are lost in the swamps, and they're just getting alligators thrown at them by these giant swamp apes.
I'd be awesome. Crying every time an alligator got tossed. I'd be laughing my ass off. It'd take me hours to get through that paragraph.
Dude, it was awesome. It was a literary genius by Hunter Shea.
You know, they could probably make a movie out of that, and it would probably become a cult classic like Sharknado.
Probably. I'm surprised Hunter Shea doesn't have like a sci-fi film made already.
Maybe. I mean, because there's a lot of B-listers out there. They don't really publish all the movies. There could be one that was not mainstream, like maybe somewhere in Bollywood or something, or
they still would have had to buy the rights. That author would have been up about it too. Like, hey, I sold rights to a movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I follow Hunter Shea on a lot of things. I'm sure I would have heard of it. Anyways, Hunter, if you're listening to this, which I know you are, we would love to have you on Info Rabbit Hole to talk about some cryptid fiction. You're amazing, dude. That's it. That's all I got for Bigfoot news this week. Who's got the next one?
Kind of moving along the lines of social media, not social media, but like social stuff. There was a weird instance where singer, I guess you would call him singer, right? Rapper, Post Malone, actually went out to visit the Skinwalker Ranch, the most studied paranormal hotspot on the earth, supposedly, right?
I believe it.
So I guess he's kind of likes the whole paranormal adventure, cryptid zoology aspect of it, and he joined a guy named Brandon Fugal, Fugal, I guess, to visit. So there was like a popular TV series on the History Channel called The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. I know there is more to it. I am going to say a little bit of vagueness to this because this may or may not be a topic we'll be talking about in the near future. Wink.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Wink, 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 wink.
Yeah,
Wink.
lots and lots of winks. But I just found it interesting that like a celebrity, well, I know it's like publicity, right? But like a guy going out there and just saying like, hey man, I'm going to go out to the Skinwalker Ranch. And I wonder if he gets taken by a Skinwalker, is he going to come back and have better music?
I've heard a couple songs. They're not bad. I don't think he's a bad artist.
You guys ever seen the face he made in that picture when the girl flashed him?
Yeah.
That was the best. It was like he never saw a pair of breasts before. He was like, damn!
Those are neat.
Right? Wow!
No, that's really cool. That just makes me want to be famous even more, just so that I have a better chance of going to investigate Skinwalker Ranch one day.
Oh, I thought you were going to say to get shown your people's boobies. Like,
No.
that's why I want to be famous, because people will show me the goodies. Like, oh man, that's a wrong reason.
I'm at that point in life now where Skinwalker Ranch means more to me than that.
Oh jeez. Yeah, that's fair though. That's fair. We're too old for that shit.
You'd be like,
Yeah.
show me that skin, Walker Ranch.
Yeah. I'm married as fuck, so there's that.
Same.
Yeah, so fucking married. But yeah.
We got a whole marriage up in here.
The whole
They're
thing.
not married to each other.
They're not. We're not. We are not.
Oh no, he doesn't meet my standards.
Yeah. And I already said no to CJ, so
I tried real hard. We even broke each other's toes once. In a
yeah.
very aggressive
My
intimate
nail
action.
My nail still hurts. But I know I messed up your toe, so I don't feel bad for the exchange.
That thing was like a Vienna sausage for like, oh my God, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. That was the worst broken toe I've ever had in my life.
All right, sandwiched in between my two beautiful co-hosts, I want to talk about the dinosaur in the backyard. So shortly after our first Infinite Rabbit Hole news episode, a woman by the name of Christina Ryan of Florida released a copy of her home security video, which she claims to have shown a baby dinosaur running through her backyard. The video that you can find by simply Googling or doing a YouTube search does seem to show an animal running on its hind legs with a rather long tail. After local biologists looked at the video, the consensus seemed to be that the motion of the animal did not match anything known in the area. But if they were to look at exotic species, they claim it could have been a monitor of some sort or a large bird. But even that seems to be a stretch due to the animal in the video seeming to have front legs and a tail that does not drag on the ground. Have you guys seen this video?
No, but it sounds like how my bearded dragons used to run away when they would get upset.
So that's the thing, right? And I went to a couple different articles here, right? Because I was really trying to find something, and so this happened about 2 months ago. Right after we dropped the first episode, the first news episode, and there was an update about 3 days ago from a place down in Florida. I want to say it was the Tampa Tribune, and they said that it's still under investigation. They still can't necessarily see what it was. They have proven that the video is not altered in any way. This is legitimate film taken by a home security system. And the way that this creature is running, it's super easy to look up. I recommend anybody to check it out. It's pretty neat. It looks like a little raptor, like a little oviraptor or something running through this woman's backyard. The tail just to kind of go over like the way lizards run, right? Lizards will get up on their hind legs and they'll kind of put their arms out like like out front, but their tails drag when they're running.
Well, not the beardies. The beardies, their front arms would be on their sides and they would lean forward a little bit. The tails would be like an inch off the ground.
Really?
Take off. Yeah, I used to let my beardies, I used to let them run around once in a while, get exercise, because beardies, when they're in their cage, are lazy, but they're actually pretty active in the wild. So it's really good stimulation for them to have the opportunity to run around your house a little bit. Mm-hmm. And one of my neighbors turned their car, and they have one of those tuners, car or whatever. When they turned it on, that engine went up, scared the crap out, and took off across the room. Yeah.
I think what they would use a tail as like a stabilizer or something like that, or
probably.
I'm watching a video right now of a bearded dragon running on its hind legs. This one at least is dragging its back tail. Also watched a couple videos of like some random monitor lizards, some of the bigger guys, because this was a bigger creature. It definitely wasn't a bearded dragon. It was too big. Like this thing legitimately looked like it was like 2.5, 3 feet tall. But its tail was up, kind of like how you would picture a raptor's tail, like straight out of Jurassic World.
I'm sitting through an ad right now, and I'm trying to peep this video. Oh wow, yeah,
right.
Oh yeah, that definitely does not look like a bearded dragon.
I'm gonna bring it up too. I want to see it again. I watched it a couple times.
Oh, you know what? Right in the beginning there, you can see the two front legs very briefly. You can see the shoulder motions.
Yeah.
So it's definitely got 4 legs. It just seems like it was just really bad.
But you see what I mean? The tail is way up off the ground.
Yeah.
Like this thing looks like it could run on all fours, and when it really wants to it can run on its back legs.
Oh yeah, maybe it could, huh?
It's super weird, man. I mean, this thing looks like it can be anywhere between a dinosaur to like an alien, dude. It kind of even looks extraterrestrial.
There's definitely like something like around its neck or on its head or something. Like it escaped something.
Yeah.
Or got stuck somewhere and like had to get itself loose. Like maybe it's like a PVC piece of PVC or something stuck on its head. I don't know.
Very interesting though.
Somebody's genetic experiment got out of their basement. Now they're like, oh shit.
That's kind of what it looks like, huh?
Yeah.
Andrew, did you see the video yet?
Can you link it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me see if I can find one that kind of plays it over and over again. That one it played it once and then it slow mode, or it just showed still pictures of it.
The one that I watched played it like 4 or 5 times.
Really?
Yeah, I'll bring it back up.
Yeah, it seems to have like I don't know, it has like a hat on.
Maybe it got its head stuck in something.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think it's a really cool video.
It is. It definitely like makes you think about it a little bit. Like, what is that? Like, I honestly want to lean on security cam wasn't that quality, because it definitely looks like there's forward shoulders on it that are moving.
Yeah,
but I guess it could be up on its back legs. Like a really scared, skinny dog, maybe.
That's, a lot of people were saying this thing looks like it could be a dog, like a hairless dog. And I could see that, but if you look at the tail,
it's
tail
big.
near the butt is super thick. Anybody listening to this, check out this video. I just went to YouTube, looked up Dinosaur in the backyard. There's a ton of videos about it. It's not hard to find at all. Super, super easy. But if anything comes up, we'll update you guys on the next Infinite Rabbit Hole news segment.
It looks like it's got like a patch on the back of its neck or something.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
It's weird. It's like it's got like a shine, like a bicycle reflector on its head.
But it's like is there nothing shining off it? It just looks like I literally took a piece of paper and I put it on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
It ran through somebody's clothesline and now its drawers is on its head.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Those are very small boxer drawers then, if anything. But they are it is very rectangular, so I can give you that. Maybe it put its head through like one of the legs.
Right.
Yeah. And now it's going to starve to death because it can't open its mouth. It's going to have hedgerows for the rest of its life.
Yeah, I mean, what if it is a dog, right? And I don't know, there's a shiny part of the clothing that's up by the head, but the rest of the clothing is draped over it, kind of like a cape, and that's where you're kind of getting that build look from. Maybe it is just a dog.
Or maybe it's an animal with mange.
Yeah, definitely could be. Very interesting video, though. But, all right. Everyone good with this? Ready to move on?
So in bizarre recent science, they've recently discovered that humans, along with all other mammals and reptiles, possess we are capable of creating venom. We have all the prerequisites for it, but we don't. And they're not 100% sure why. But they do have some pretty interesting ideas. This study was done at the Okinawa Institute of... My phone just shut off and I lost my notes. The Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology in Japan. So basically, what they took a look at was in venomous animals, and there are mammals that are venomous, like the slow loris. Actually, I think that... Well, no, because the platypus is venomous too. Is the platypus classified as a mammal? I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the platypus lays eggs, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it's one of two mammals that lay eggs. Yeah, so the slow loris and the platypus each have venom. So it is possible for mammals to possess it. So basically what venom is in itself is an altered saliva. And in order for your saliva to create venom, it needs a protein called callicrines or callicrens. And what these are, there's a super stable protein that can do things like break down tissue, stop clotting. It's a foundational protein, because that's mostly what venom is it's a series of proteins that cause reactions within a body, right? And these proteins are present in an altered saliva, and then they have like some sort of delivery unit. So when they took a look at humans, we actually have all of the prerequisite genes for having venom, and we have all the callicrens in our saliva for creating it. Now, the reason they think that we don't is strictly evolution. The way we live hasn't really required us to evolve the ability to make protein and protein venom. And it probably wouldn't unless we were in some sort of apocalyptic scenario where like end of the world and humans are dying out and we need a new way of managing stuff. And then we probably would evolve it at that point. And then the other reason they came up with is energy expenditure. So like when animals create venom, it takes a tremendous amount of their body's energy to create that stuff, which is why a lot of times when venomous snakes bite you, they won't always inject you with venom. They'll give you what's called a dry bite, because that venom's not really meant for you. It's meant for prey, and it takes a lot out of them to make it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason we don't have that sort of energy in our bodies, well, we could, but we'd be eating way more than we currently do. And that's because we're endotherms, right? Which means we create our own body heat. And in order for us to create our own body heat, we burn calories like crazy in comparison to things like reptiles who sit under the sun, which is why a snake can eat once every 4 days to a week and can go on 6-month hunger strikes, and not be phased.
I would love to have a hunger strike.
Right, and not be phased by it.
Yeah, be phased by losing some weight, but
right,
use my body fat to live off the thing for a bit.
Right. And the really cool part about this whole thing, and like humans have the propensity to create venom, we just don't because of evolution currently, leads me to like my main point and the thing that I really wanted to talk about here, and that's the possibility of people possessing superpowers. We see a lot of superpowers within the animal kingdom, and things like catfish and electric eels that are able to give off an electric discharge to kill their prey.
Nice.
There is a gentleman, I forget where he lives, but his name is Naresh Kumar, and the man can channel electricity through his body without being phased. Like he can touch live power lines. and like light up light bulbs and stuff when he holds them. So we have the prerequisite genetics in that one person for electric immunity, which means we could develop the ability to, we could potentially evolve an organ that would allow us to create electricity like eels or catfish should the need arise. And that's the thing about evolution, though, is we won't gain those things unless A, we do it purposefully, or B, nature provides us a reason for needing them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but there is the whole idea that human beings could have superpowers isn't as unreasonable as you might think. Like, you're not going to look at somebody and be like, what are you, 5 years old? Like, no, scientifically, it's really not that far. I mean, you're not going to just take off the ground and fly or burn things with your mind. But we have people who can actively control their thermo, their own body heat. And they can turn it up and turn it down at will. It's a learned skill that they get. You have this guy who can handle electricity, and apparently we possess the ability to develop venom.
I knew there was also a guy, he sold art, and the art he sold was he swallowed paint and then vomited up the paint. So
I mean, I feel like anybody could do that. Like,
yeah, but that's technically an X-Men, right? Or
why? Because I can puke if I need to.
But like the puke that the X-Men does is like, or not X-Men, he's a X-Force. X-Force does is like acid. Like, I'm gonna melt you alive acid.
Well, yeah, the human body uses hydrochloric acid in its stomach, one of the most powerful acids on the planet. We have one of the highest concentrations as well.
Yeah, but like he produced a lot of it to like cover things.
So he's got really bad acid reflux. All right.
As the superhero, yeah. But like then I feel like, because that, if anybody that unfortunately has like friends that are vomit a lot or like force themselves to vomit a lot, like that messes with your windpipe like wholeheartedly.
Oh yeah, it'll torture you.
And like
it'll cause all kinds of scarring and all that nasty.
Yeah.
So I guess I have the last story of the day then, huh?
I guess. I mean, it's possible you could have superpowers, and that was the good news I brought to this episode today.
Yeah, it won't happen. My superpowers is...
I've heard your superpower.
Nothing. All right, and to get into the final report of the day, we're going to go ahead and touch base on the recent government UFO report that was just dropped. The report that we have all been waiting for has been released to the public yesterday by the Office of the National Intelligence. The report that has been promised to us for almost a year about the government's actual UFO knowledge states that they currently have 143 different mystery objects, but no sign of extraterrestrial life. As a surprise to all, it was revealed that the UFOs made it into the newly agreed upon infrastructure bill that has been proposed by President Joe Biden as a way to improve the nation's unemployment and general infrastructure. As to how it ties into the bill exactly is still a mystery. One section of the report dealt with this question that a lot of people want to know. Are they secret government experimental aircraft? According to the report, the answer is no. At the end of the day, many questions still are left unanswered due to this thin report. Skeptics will say that there isn't enough here, and believers will use this as a way to claim they have been correct all along.
You said that the government said no, they're not government vehicles, and I'm pretty sure Jeff just twitched wherever he was.
I'm sure he's going to have something to say about it.
He was like, oh, Jeremy said something again. I know it.
Yeah. So according to the government, we know the government doesn't lie. They are not government vehicles. They are not test vehicles. They are legitimate anomalies that we do not know where they come from. The report was pretty thin. It was exactly what a lot of people thought. It wasn't necessarily redacted. It just didn't include information. So a lot of reports that become unclassified will have redacted black highlighters used all over it that blocks you from being able to read some very important stuff. This report looks like it was literally just rebuilt, like someone typed it up nice and neat and shot it out. For the I think it was 10-month wait that we had all together for this report to come out. It was pretty abysmal, but I mean, what did we really expect?
I feel like they're definitely using it to try to set up more Project Bluebeam. Sure, it's extraterrestrials and not the government.
It's not us. What are you talking about?
Why would we ever do that?
Look, if I can get closer to living like Marty McFly in the future, then I don't care. Lie to me all you want, Big Papa boy. Big Papa government daddy.
But yeah, all right. So that is all that we have. I know this was a short episode. You know, we did kind of explain last time we did this, that these Infinite Rabbit Hole news episodes are going to be on the shorter end. The purpose of these episodes is to strictly get you some strange news of things that happened in the world all around you to kind of make you more aware of what's going on. Again, this was an episode that we weren't necessarily planning on, but I want to say thank you to Andrew and CJ for championing it through and doing some last minute research for me. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. Oh, no problem. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. I'm sorry. I knew you threw it to us. I was like, oh, okay, hold on. Yeah.
Until next week. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Infinite Rabbit Hole. If you'd like to reach out to us, you can do so at infiniterabbithole@gmail.com. Follow us at facebook.com/infiniterabbithole. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/infiniterh. Follow us on Instagram at infinite_rabbit_hole. We're always looking for someone that has a story to share. So if you feel like you've experienced a strange encounter with something that you can't explain, reach out to us. Let us know. Come on, have a good time, tell your story. And if for some reason you don't want to show up on a podcast, send us a letter in our email in a format that we can read to the fans, and we'll be more than happy to read it to everybody. Well, that's all for this episode. We'll see you next time down the Infinite Rabbit Hole.